welcome to today's reading of the Mayan Oracle. Today is Lahun Oc, white crystal dog, and the stones that represent Oc are azurite, and indicolite. The tone for today is Lahun, the 12th tone, the tone of complex stability. From the greater council at essence core through the pulse of connectedness, stability pours. The qualities that describe the complex stability of Lahun are stability in expansion, greater constellation, union of polarity, framework of connectedness. Can you lock that door so nobody comes in while we're doing this? Thank you. Thank you. Lahun is the ray of complex stability, the foundation of self and the foundation of essence in union with the mystery and mystical truth of polarity. All things are interwoven in the dance of yin and yang. All parts make up a greater whole. Draw on the wisdom, strength, and stability you derive as a member of the greater council. No matter what your experiences, there is a complex stability in the larger pattern that invites you to feel stable as you expand and evolve. Living in a world of polarities, yet knowing that all parts are one in a unified whole, creates the underlying framework of connectedness. The hologram of polarity is simply the structure, the loom upon which worlds and realities are woven. Stability is a matter of perception. Find where you can openly flow and expand in the midst of seeming complexities. Utilize the relationships created by polarity to explore and expand any self-limiting concept. Open your perception. Through you, the mysterious balance of the cosmos is fulfilled. Boy, she's being a little pain in the butt today, isn't she? Yeah. Gotta love that Kali. The solar frequency for today is Oc. And the qualities that describe Oc are breakthrough, new beginnings, relationships, companions of destiny, emotional body issues, ego, recasting the past, spiritual strength, and guardians and guides. One of the gifts of Oc is the calling in and recognition of other companions of destiny. Other beings with the same longing are waiting to meet and acknowledge you. Beings who can see you as you authentically are. When you have been truly seen, you feel empowered, and remembrance of a shared sacred trust is ignited. This is a natural process, divinely designed for recognition through vibrational affinity, freed from personal expectations. Perhaps you have yet to recognize such beings on the physical plane. Remember that you are not alone. Your companions of destiny are always all around you, in spirit and in purpose, in connection and in support. In meditation, strengthen your connection, deepen your relationship with your essence self. Everything flows with its own perfect timing. If you have already recognized your companions of destiny, you are being asked not only to support and acknowledge each other, but also to lovingly bring out each other's shadows to be integrated and healed. Ak represents the removal of emotional obstacles and the recognition of your destiny. Ak can be as an access point for developing relationships with guides, guardians, totems, and allies. These, there are many ways to work with these spiritual guides, including guided visualization, shamanic journeys, and meditation. A useful construct is viewing them as aspects of yourself, part of your life stream that is asking to be integrated. Remember, there is no other. In this grand adventure, you are being asked to embody all that you are. Encoded in the upper corner of Ox Starglyph is a symbol of primal nurturance. Such nurturance represents the soul feeding offered by companions on the same path. Profound insights are garnered through shared purpose and relationships with others who are willing to be in their truth and integrity about the light and shadow aspects they perceive in themselves. Similarly, intimate relationships can be viewed as unique opportunities to bring forward in each other deep emotional patterns to be transformed. In this case, those you have drawn to you hold the ability to assist you in your own integration as well. There are no mistakes. Be willing to look deeply into the truth held within any relationship. The expression of intimacy is a gift of love. The lack of it may be a symptom asking for honest communication and healing. It may also be guiding you to reevaluate your relationship and the purpose it is serving. Ak also represents the recasting of your past, those deep emotional patterns that have been shaped by past experiences and become identified as part of the ego. Rather than blindly protecting your identity, your ego can act as a useful filter for reality. Ak asks you to remake your relationships with your ego, to create it as an ally and release the issues of the small self. You will be guided in taking steps to transform, heal, and integrate. A link to the larger pattern is forming as you become freed from past identities and emotional patterns. The essence self then becomes unencumbered, opening the channel of communication with spirits, allies, and companions of destiny. As these relationships support your essence self, the call goes out to the one heart that beats in powerful concert. This is the song that beckons your sacred family to reunite. To the Maya, Ak represents the dog, the true companion, whose loyalty and devotion derives from a clear intent held in its innate spiritual bond. In like manner, companions of destiny are devoted and uncompromising in their true heart's desire. Ak also represents the foot that steps forward into new beginnings on your path of destiny. A meditation for Ak is, I am the faithful arrow that flies into destiny's dawning. Oc's number is 10, representing the union of foundation of the individual self with the essence self. The color for Oc is teal green, which combines the blue of water with the green of the earth. Teal green honors your heart connection with other companions on the spiritual journey. It nurtures and supports the emotional body and promotes access to companions, guides, and allies. The shadow wisdom of Oc. In the shadow of Oc, you may be caught up in the emotional drama of life. Do you repeatedly experience charged emotions such as anger, fear, anxiety, or jealousy? Do you suspect that you are unconditionally addicted to the experiment and integration created by emotional drama? This can be difficult to see, let alone resolve. The solution? Learn to apply the same intensity to the magic of your life and your clear, conscious intent towards spiritual growth. Learn how to change your emotional position by creating an internal silent witness. Follow your process, garnering its gifts and releasing its intense emotions. Bring your process into a place of choice instead of allowing it to just happen to you. From this position of choice, you may befriend the emotional parts of yourself and open to a deeper understanding of the underlying patterns of your emotions. Look at what is beneath those patterns and what truths reside within them. Emotions are not to be judged. They are simply tools of discovery that give you information about yourself. Remember, you are the one who chooses and directs your life. Another shadow of Oc is possessiveness, jealousy, and the misunderstandings of loyalties and ties. You want to get that medicine bag from her? Thank you. It is natural to walk your path with other companions of destiny. However, holding on to them hampers your full expression and purpose. Perhaps you are jealous about or attracted to the qualities in another that you would like to have revealed in yourself. Perhaps you become attached and obsessive or seem to lose yourself in the process of trying to find fulfillment outside of yourself. If your innate wholeness within yourself you naturally draw to you companions and relationships of wholeness. Be willing to look honestly at your present relationships. Explore the foundations upon which they are built. Examine what your loyalties and bonds are like and what they are built on. Examine where your loyalties and bonds lie and the purpose they serve. Which relationships are asking to be furthered, nurtured, and appreciated? Which would benefit from re-examination and release? Transformation in the shadow of Oc is found in the emotional pattern and projections related to issues of insecurity and trust. Open to the deeper understanding of the human emotional nature. To foster this understanding, experiment by authentically taking the other person's position and feeling the other's perspective. Try on various masks and roles that you both play. Learn how to step inside another's experience. Appreciate the fact that both positions share the same issue and that both give you an opportunity to uncover the issue's root cause. By affinity, you will draw to you others who are working on the same issues. This is a great gift of transformation. As the second dimensional guardian of the mammalian brain, the emotional or limbic brain, Oc helps you to work on issues such as anger, fear, confusion, obsession, despair, and self-doubt. The emotional patterns are unresolved issues and unhealed wounds, often stemming from traumatic childhood experiences. There are numerous ways of overcoming these blockages. One is to recast your past in the way you would like it to have happened. This is done by re-experiencing the charge of the memory that act as emotional blocks. In this process, called neuro-linguistic programming, the memory anchor is reactivated so that you can access the pattern to be healed and released. The emotional charge can become fuel for transformation and the integration of the desperate parts of self. Call on your essence self to guide you to bring in the qualities and skills that will recast your past in a new light. You may also choose to go on a shamanic journey to retrieve and reclaim the parts of yourself that may have become symbolically separated. In reclaiming self, you literally recast your past and release it into the new. In doing this cleansing, you will literally be born again. As you release the energy, it cuts through the emotional patterns and transforms the illusion of separation. Through this release, you journey deeper into the mysteries of your essence self. As you express authentically who you truly are, your companions of destiny acknowledge your true essence, building the trust and connection that reveals your destiny. For further assistance with your emotional process, you might want to look into therapeutic models such as those offered by process-orientated psychology, transpersonal psychology, Gestalt, neuro-linguistic programming, rebirthing, and hypnosis. Also, see the timeline meditation in Etsnab for the recasting technique, as well as the bibliography for titles for helpful books. The harmonic wisdom of Oc is affinity, the attraction of like vibrations and substances for one another. Spiritual affinity is not limited to the family kinship. It is part of the natural affinity between companions of destiny. Such companions are drawn together by the same aligned force that draws iron filings to a magnet. Companions of destiny are drawn together to do work that is naturally harmonious. On the surface, at times, it may seem that you have little in common with these companions, yet the attraction remains. This is because essence selves are often committed to work together long before they meet on this physical plane. This is a natural process of affinity rather than a process motivated from personal desires. Follow this guidance into your unfoldment within the larger pattern. The musical descriptor of Oc is pastiche, meaning a successful combination of different but compatible parts, and concert, the uncommon mixture of musical players. On the surface, some players may not seem to blend well, but their essence selves can create striking combinations of harmonious tones. Let us meditate for a little while on Lahun Oc.